Hi everyone, I'm Raymond. First of all, I would like to thank Yuta Kappa for inviting me as one of the speakers for today's TEDx sessions. I'm honored to stand alongside across speaker, right, which represents success across the diverse range of the industry. I'm from Penang, and I have been multinational company in the electronic manufacturing industry for 25 years. Today, the theme is resilience. I may not have a dramatic story, but I do have a small one which I think that it will inspire you when you start your own journey. Okay, after the graduation, I joined a PC manufacturing company. Over the 7 years, I made my way up from assistant engineer and finally become engineering manager. It seems to be a smooth path, but things may not last forever. Due to the market competitiveness, our company decided to close the business. And here is today's story begin. After losing the job, suddenly everything becomes boring. But life has to go on. I joined a second company, which is a contract manufacturing company, and this is a new field to me. This company provides the repair service to those electronic products like computer, server, PC, mobile phones for those top ranked company. My first assignment is to start up a production for a newly awarded business from a new customer. In my previous company, my role is a product engineering, working in the lab as a customer, dealing with the supplier and ensuring the supplier meeting our requirement. But come to this new company, the position switched over. Now I'm a supplier that need to work for the customer and ensuring that the customer requirements are met. In order to make it happen, I lead a team to start up from production layout, constructions, equipment setup, process establishments, labor hiring. It seems like almost everything to get the production ready to support the customer product in the shortest time. Meantime, I will need to learn how to deal with the customer by referring to how the supplier dealing with me in the previous job. We spent total 6 months, day and night, to get everything ready. And finally, the customer come to our factory for the final audit. And this is a make or break moment before our production is able to start. Well, the efforts paid should be returned with a promising result. That's our thoughts. But the story doesn't follow the playbook. Unfortunately, the result is failure. There are more than 100 issues found during the audits. Our production couldn't start, and customers wanted to draw back their business. This is disaster to me, to company, as we are nearly lost the business. Everyone is upset, and I feel that this is a big failure and disappointment. Am I going to lose my job again? Is this the end of the world? No. Instead of giving up, I ask myself, where did I make wrong? I held post-mortem, identify the issue, gaps, and improvement actions. We talked to the customer asking for the second chance, promising that we will come back in 3 months' time. In the following 3 months, I'm under pressure working on those mitigations. As first priority, I will need to fix all the issues that found by the customer and emphasizing the quality outputs. Meantime, I enrolled a course in Kuala Lumpur to learn the new operating system, mainly to support these customer products. Furthermore, I fly over from Malaysia to customer site located in US and Europe to look at their products and operations in their factory. And then we have a long training sessions, also in order to make sure that all the knowledge are transferred to the production members. Every day we are running like with the clocks, and I feel bad with my family, leaving my wife alone to take care of two young kids. One is 5 years old, another one is a newborn baby. But thanks to my wife for the support and appreciation and understanding. But during that time, I was determined. 3 months later, customer come again for the second audit. But this time, customer is very impressed with what we have done. I still remember one word that they said, "Hey Raymond, in the previous audit, we found that you are lack of knowledge and unprepared. But this time, we are not only seeing you are improved, you are even able to demonstrate to us on how to operate the product better in the production." Well, finally, we passed, and we start the production for the business. This is a true test of the resiliency, one of the dramatic moments in my career journey. 2 years later, I joined my current company, Dell Technology, one of the top technology company. I spent 5 years in engineering. After that, I moved to supply chain. From the technical to the business, I will need to learn all the new commercial knowledge, taxation, financial, custom regulations, logistics, and so on. Over the past 10 years, I was in the front force to establish the new supply chains and the new factory across the country, China, Vietnam, India, Taiwan, US, in order to support the dynamic change of the market and keep the resiliency of the business. So, do I still face problem nowadays? I would say yes, of course. It's almost daily. Political issue, geopolitical constraints, country restriction, tariff, production issue, it seems like it's happened every day. But the previous tough experience allowed me to be stronger and confident to overcome those issues in my daily work. That's how I become who I am today. So, this is a short sharing from my career journey, and there are 3 points that I would like you to remember. First, positive thinking. Positive thinking is the fundamental element for us to move on in our life, no matter in work, personal, or relationships. When problems arise before us, how do we respond? Do we see it as a problem, keep frustrating or upset, let the negativity take over like it's the end of the world? Or we choose to see it as an opportunity for us to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. Actually, the issue doesn't define the outcome, it's about how do we face it. No matter you see it as a problem or opportunity, whether you respond it with negative or positive, I will say the choice is always with us. Of course, sometimes you may wonder, how do we keep the positive mindset? It's quite dependent on each individual's background. But one subject is we are able to stay with the positivity. This can come from the people surrounding us, mentorships, books, articles, or even the movie. Those able to provide us the motivations and the positive energy. Second, ready to change. Sometimes we may find that we are trapped or keep circling within a problem, even though that we try to be optimistic. When this moment happens, we should ask ourselves, should I make a change now? Pulling ourselves out with a holistic view and think out of the box. Some people may not like to change because they think that change may pull them out from the comfort zone and bring in uncertainty. But change actually is an opportunity, a reset button for us to restart all over again, switching to the new path and applying the lesson learned. There are many pathways in our life, and there's no such a wrong or right way. No matter we see this way doesn't work, we just switch to the other one. The important thing is keep learning, no matter what field. Just don't fear to make mistakes. Build your own brands and networks. Equip yourself with the knowledge and the experience. When the problem arises, you are able to overcome it better and make a quick change with the power of the knowledge. Then to make the change and look forward once the decision is made. And last, adaptability. Once you make a change, it means that you may need to deal with a new thing. And this time, adaptability will allow us to adjust our mindset and strategy quickly to any unexpected challenge. As you are in the university currently or later in the professional setting, you will meet different people from a different background and culture. Adaptability will allow you to collaborate, communicate, and learn each other effectively. For my example, switching from the customer to supplier, moving from engineering to supply chain, it means I will need to learn and adapt the new things. Meeting with the people from a different country daily, I will need to learn and adapt their culture with a mutual respect. We need to be flexible for any adjustment. Just remember, it's not about your way or my way. It's just about the right way. That is what my story today and my thought on resiliency. And I hope that it brings something valuable to your life. Thank you for listening. And remember, stay resilient, bounce back and move forward. I know you all can do it. Thank you.